Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. For this one it is Street Surfer for Commodore 64, and this was released by Mastertronic on the Entertainment USA label in 1986. Now, because it was released on the Entertainment USA label, that means one thing: this is by Sculptured Software. Now, I've already reviewed two Sculptured Software games previously. To give you an idea of how good they are, those two games were SWAT, and before that, Intergalactic Cage Match. So yeah, we expect quality from these guys. Now, the good news is that Jim Cuomo, who did the music for those two previous games, has finally been told to fuck off because he's shit. And in his place, they brought in David Whittaker for this one. And I must admit, I do quite like the music in this game. It's a billion times better than anything fucking Jim Cuomo did. Oh, fucking hell. Now, I do get the feeling that I'm not exactly the target audience for this game, because in this you play a skateboarding adrenaline junkie who is also a bit of an eco warrior. In fact, with a fucking game like that, you'd think, well, they should fucking release this today. It'll probably be pretty fucking popular amongst all these cunts out there. Especially as, in this game, like all of the adrenaline junkies of today, or as I prefer to call them, self-publicity whores, in this game, almost everyone you encounter who are in cars seem to think you're fucking great. And of course, all these self-publicity whores of today, they also think that everyone who sees them thinks they're great. Clearly none of them have ever met me, because shock horror, I think they're a cunt. Don't know if the singular works there, but you know what I mean. The only time I ever share anything on like my Facebook that is to do with these adrenaline junkies is when I see a feel-good story on like, you know, a news website where it says that one of them has been killed whilst trying to do their latest "look at me, aren't I wonderful" fucking load of bollocks. So yeah, I'm not a fan of them. And then, you know, if they weren't a cunt enough already from the fact that they are, you know, skateboarding adrenaline junkies at that, there's also the fact that they are environmentalist eco warriors, because in this you have to go around collecting empty bottles and basically cleaning up the roads and everything. I mean, let's face it, you know, the person you play in this game is one almighty cunt. I mean, if this game was released today, you know full well that your character, the main sprite, he would have loads of tattoos. Because that is the sort of person who gets tattoos these days. Do you remember the days when you would look at somebody who had, you know, a couple of tattoos or whatever, and you didn't think, you are a fucking bellend? Fuck me, that was a long time ago. Anyway, let's get on with the game then. So here we are. We are this skateboarding cunt, and you're not meant to actually hit the chicken that's crossing the road there. I'm sure there's some hilarious sort of joke about chicken crossing the road there. So the idea is to just skate along the road here. You can pick up those Coke bottles from some of the cars that you pass, like I did just then. There are also empty bottles that you occasionally go past, which are lying on the side of the road. There's one there. There's another one here, except I've just been fucking flattened. Fuck off. Oh, fuck's sake. And this cunt's gonna fucking run me over as well, and I'm about to fucking die, even though I, didn't fucking do anything. You fucking shit smear. Right, let's get another game underway. Now, you do have to watch out when you first start up the game, because these cars that are behind you will just come along and flatten you from out of nowhere. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Also, there are a load of potholes on the roads here. Now, if this is meant to be America, which I assume it is from the Entertainment USA label, all I can say is these are some of the best roads I've ever seen in America. I lived in America for 6 months or so, and the roads in South Africa are in better condition than the roads in the USA. So anyway, that's there's another bottle I finally picked up. I've gone past fuck knows how many. So these potholes, you can jump over them. So it's not just a case of you've got to fucking avoid them. It's not easy to time the jumps either. You're also trying to get around these corners is not easy either. So the thing is, you don't want to really do what I did just then too often, which is going too fast. If you're trying to go like, you know, at top speed throughout the whole game, you're not going to get very far. So okay, we've reached the end of the first stage, and I only picked up 2 empties, which isn't very good. So anyway, you tuck them away, and for each one you throw away you get extra health. The amount that your health goes up by diminishes on each level, so the end of that level there, that's the highest amount the health bar goes up per bottle. But this is basically it. This is the entire game. So let's get the review underway. Graphically, it's fairly basic, but I mean it does the job pretty well. The road routine, I have to say, I mean it's not fucking earth-shattering, but it's a damn sight better than a lot of road routines I've seen in you know, like driving games or whatever. I mean, it's a million times better than the road routine in something like, you know, fucking Super Hang On and the likes, or Enduro Racer. Fucking hell. So yeah, in that regards, yeah, the road routine I think is quite good. I've missed so many fucking bottles, it's not true. In terms of audio, yeah, I think this David Whittaker tune is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the way the music slows down and speeds up based on how fast you are going. I'm desperately, there we go, I'll desperately try to get that fucking bottle. Yeah, I mean, that was the real novelty with this game, was the fact that, you know, the music speeds up and slows down depending on how fast you're going in the game. It does tend to just make it sound like the music is a bit fucked up. Oh, I've got no fucking chance of getting this one. But yeah, we reached the end of the level, so, well, 3 empties. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it hasn't got me out of the yellow. It still hasn't. I'm sure it will turn green. No, okay, no it won't. So I got that one. That's raised health level a bit. So yeah, if you do are able to get a Coke bottle off of one of the cars driving past, that will increase your health. So well, there are sound effects as well as the music. The sound effects are fairly sparse though. I mean, basically the only time you hear them is when you hit something. Oh, there are also sound effects when you're throwing away the bottles, but there's no music at that point. There are also sound effects if you jump over the chicken like that, or if you pick up a Coke bottle from one of the cars. I just realised I'm trying to catch up with that car there, but he hasn't got a Coke bottle, so there's not really much point. And the gameplay, I have to say, I don't mind it. It's not a bad game at all. I can't. Okay, things like that will fucking piss you off. Especially as sometimes, as you've just seen there, if a car's behind you, it will sound its horn and, basically tell you to get out of the way. So you can, get away from them. Yeah, I mean, if you treat it as some sort of driving game, let's face it, most people will. It's not too bad. I mean, the temptation, certainly for me, is to deliberately fail because, I think that the character you're playing as is a fucking festering shit smear. Fucking eco warrior on a skateboard. Fucking, yeah, they really weren't aiming this one at me, were they? If you go too far off the road, you also crash, so fuck it. I got that bottle and then, well, then hit the car anyway, and then that second one came along and gave me no chance. So yeah, when you lose all your health, you do only get the one life. You get this very long, drawn out fucking, I don't know what that music is. It's like the Yank version of The Last Post or something. And your skateboard just carries on for quite a while without you. Yeah. Okay, let's give it one more go. Oh, fuck off! What a fucking start. Now I find that the cars that come along on the right hand side, this is going well. Fuck it, yeah, just let him run me over. Right, let's try that again. Right, the cars that come along on the right hand side of the road, they never have any Coke bottles and that. They're basically there just to avoid them. But the cars that come along on the left hand side, they do have the bottles. Fuck it, just missed. The temptation with this game is to try and go, flat out all the time. If you do that, you are never going to get off level 1, as it seems I'm illustrating here. And I'm not even going flat out. I've actually got one bottle. Fuck me, there we go. So I've got 2 and health increase. Right, this is better. Grab that one as well. Or there's another one with a Coke bottle, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to him. We'll give it a go, though. Oh, you fuck. and this cunt's gonna fucking run us over, so dive out of the way, and then he comes along instead, you know. And I've got 4 bottles, that should have been 5, but I fucked it. Now when this game came out, the Zap64 rather fucking caned it. I think it only got like about 25%, actually I don't even know if it got as much as that. I think it only got about 22. Now, it's better than that. No, you can't mistime that completely. So I had a decent number of entries, but yeah, right. Well, this is definitely the last go. So yeah, the Zap64 absolutely fucking caned it and basically said it was a pile of shit. It's not a shit game at all. It is a bit surprising actually how much I do quite like playing it, when you consider that A, I'm absolutely shite at it, and B, the whole object of the game. But I do genuinely think that if they re-released this today, it would be really popular, because it's all full of all the shit that the millennials think is great. Or rather, it's all full of all the shit that the millennials, you know, complain about, but then when anybody actually does anything about it, they don't give a fuck, because they've moved on to the next thing that they found to, you know, complain about or be offended by and all the other fucking bollocks. I don't like millennials, in case you hadn't noticed, and I couldn't have fucked that up more if I tried. Okay, so we got that one. So I have 4 bottles, now 5, but you know full well I'm not going to get to the end of the fucking level now. Now 6. That fucking car's just out of fucking sight. I've now got 7. 8. And health increase. Fucking hell, I fucking missed 2 more. There we go. Well, 8 entries in one level. That's not bad going. In case you couldn't hear out there, that is the latest Commodore. They fuck the engine over, makes it so that it deliberately misfires whenever he changes gear, and then people go out and look at it and they see that it's a Ford Focus 1.6. Really impressive stuff. And if you see the bloke driving it, he is the very embodiment of the person who, you know, customises their fucking car to make up for the fact that, well, it's certainly small fucking penis syndrome. He looks like someone who was routinely beaten up every day at school, and yeah, he's a fucking cunt and a half. He makes the motorcycle lot look like fucking some sort of emeritus professors. Fucking hell, I haven't picked up a single fucking thing yet. Oh, you can't. Yeah, okay. Well, I did okay on level 1, but yeah, that is clearly as far as this is going to go. Actually picked up an empty, but look at it. The health is at virtually 0. .7 miles to go. I mean, this is by an immeasurable margin the best game I've played by Sculpted Software. But I mean, that is damning with faint praise if ever you need an example of that, because I mean, Sculpted Software their previous titles, fucking SWAT and Intergalactic Cage Match, were both, you know, fucking grade 5 shitstorms. So yeah, being better than those two is saying absolutely fuck all nothing. So I will give this 7 out of 10. It's not too bad, which is quite surprising. So that is Street Surfer then, from Mastertronic on the Entertainment USA label for the Commodore 64. 7 out of 10. Surprisingly good. Well, surprisingly okay. Right, that brings this review to an end. And we'll see you at the next one.